Hey folks, this is BestInSlot with your next patch news updates for Jurassic World Evolution 2, our very first patch since Christmas and of course since the big early Cretaceous pack. This is patch 1.2.2 and it really fixes a couple of the major issues people had, mainly as a result of that last patch. That's really all that we're dealing with here. But there's a couple other things. For example, there was an issue where the inside of the Jurassic Park 1 aviary was muted for some reason. It was pretty odd, but now, as you go in, as you can hear, it does have like an echoey kind of effect, but you can still hear everything in the surrounding area. You can even hear the raptors calling there in the background. And the raptors, of course, are the important thing. We had a thing where the raptors were both quilled, both the female and male raptor from Jurassic Park 3. And then in order to remove the quills from the female raptor, they also removed the quills from the male raptor. So I actually haven't seen this in-game yet, but in theory, this will now work perfectly. So there is our female Velociraptor. Ooh. Calm down, you two. There's our female Jurassic Park 3 Velociraptor, and if we check out our other raptors over here, we should see some lovely quills. Yes, there we go. So, finally, the quill situation has been resolved. It is a glorious, glorious day, and I'm very, very happy to report that it's finally fixed. Next step, change the eye colour on the female Velociraptors, but that's neither here nor there. There's a couple other little things. There was a problem with the Pteranodon. The Pteranodon was mislabeled and you unlocked it via the wrong thing. Basically, they added in the Jurassic Park 3 Pteranodon, the one from Return to Jurassic Park and Jurassic World Evolution, but you unlocked it via the Lost World scenario, and it was called the 1997 Pteranodon. It was labeled as though it was a 1997 Pteranodon. It was labeled as though it was the Lost World Pteranodon. If we go to our aviary hatchery now and go to modified genome, you'll see it has been renamed to Pteranodon 2001. I would suggest that the skin pattern colour is still wrong. This is much more representative of the 1997 Pteranodon, which had a blue streak in the crest and stuff, and that's kind of why it's well known. But this blue and orange combination, if we have a little look over here, as you can see, doesn't really reflect the actual colouring of our Pteranodon. But either way, this is now the proper 2001 Jurassic Park 3 Pteranodon. No resizing quite yet, hopeful for the future, and hopefully that little pattern gets recoloured. But either way, it's at least correctly labelled now, and you now unlock it via the Isla Sorna Jurassic Park 3 Chaos Theory, rather than the Lost World San Diego Chaos Theory. And it has teeth, and the teeth are properly working, which is cool beans. Other than that, some small changes. There was a bit of a problem you'll have seen in the past on my video where we did all the pterosaurs in the aviary and then trying to see how many I could cram in there in one video, basically. And every now and again, Dimorphodons in particular, like the smaller pterosaurs, they would break out. They wouldn't break out, they just teleport out, basically. They became non-corporeal and they kind of just zoosh, that's the official term by the way, through the glass of the aviary, and he managed to break their way out even without breaking out. So that has apparently been fixed. Your pterosaurs should no longer evacuate the aviary for no apparent reason. And a couple of little things. It isn't the humongous patch in the world, that is the official term as well. Some stability fixes, some balances for sandbox, stuff like that. And fixed an instance of dinosaurs becoming stuck. Now, I hadn't experienced this myself, other than dinosaurs getting stuck in the hatchery, and I hadn't had that for a while. But I've heard other people talk about this as a problem, that dinosaurs were getting stuck in place and stuff like that. So apparently that has also been fixed with some clever little rewrites to the AI. That's about it, folks. That's the patch notes. Good stuff. Anything else that we want to see changed in the future? No, I mean, the next big patch, of course, will come along with another DLC, I'm sure. That'll be the next big free update. That's probably a couple of months away. Maybe a month and a half. I'm hoping it's a little bit snappier than it was in Jurassic World Evolution, but, you know, when do we not want snappier updates? Either way, that's most of the more prominent problems with the game absolutely fixed. I think there's still some performance issues that need to be ironed out. One of my big problems is this with the shadows. You see the view distance on them. You can see them kind of pop in there and pop out there. And basically, my PC is an absolute monster, right? It's really, really strong. So I should not have to deal with shadow popping like this. My PC could absolutely handle it always being there. So I think that should be an option. And that's something that needs to be looked at as well. But we're getting there, folks. We're getting there. That's it from me. Thank you so much for joining me. Let me know what you think about the patch. Is there anything major you want to see changed in future updates, though, for Jurassic World Evolution 2? Let me know that in the comment section down below as well. I'll see you lovely folks very soon. Cheers, much love as always. Oh, throw me a like, all that kind of jazz. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye.
Reaching out.